Uh, what up, y'all? It's Trilly here with another video on Trilly Talks Tottenham. Woo! Uh, homies. All right, so this is my instant match review. Bournemouth versus Spurs. And when I say instant, it's like an hour after the game had finished, maybe 30 minutes after the game has finished, roughly. No, like hour. We'll stick with the first one. Hour. It feel like an eternity. I wanted to do right away, but my webcam, Logitech, was having some issues.
Some issues.
You know what I'm saying? So I had a little time to think. I did pull up some stats over here. So I won't lie. Not to pat myself on the back. A lot of what I predicted came true, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
That being said, I remember specifically in the preview video, I said, if we have a good performance, but get a bad result, I'm still going to be mad, frustrated, which I am, very mad, very frustrated. And if you watched any of my videos, you know my take on Frank. You know I'm not a big fan at the moment. Today, though, he let us attack. I don't think I can blame Frank today. Other than just like make subs earlier at, little things like that are annoying. But in terms of team selection, he didn't have much, we have so many injuries. He went close, not to the lineup I said I wanted, but he did go close to the one I predicted. I predicted he was going to do 4-4-2. He didn't. It was 1-3-1-4, right? No, 1-3-2-4. But it was the same players I thought he was going to use. I called that Davies wouldn't be in there because minutes, how much he played, like 90 men. I called Bergvall, Bentancur, and Polina. Again, not from the lineup I wanted, but in the last video when I said all of them would be there. But he played Bergvall off the right, I think. Xavi in the 10, and then Tell on the left with just Colo up top. So I had no issue with that lineup. Colo was shocking today. Shocking. Definitely didn't seem his last few performances. It's an effort issue for sure, which is concerning because like when he's on his game, I think he's a really quality footballer, but he don't seem to care at the moment. And I was a big defender of him at first, so it's disappointing. He's disappointing. He's disappointing me at the moment. I think Xavi looked good today. An assist I called in my video. I said he'd probably get an assist. I said Tell to score and get assist. He didn't, or get the assist before the assist, which he almost got on Van der Ven's goal, I'm pretty sure, or that got that crazy save by Petrovic. And I definitely said Paulinho as one of the people that I thought might get a goal. And what a goal. Wow. What a goal. A bunch of people in expressions chat, because Butler wasn't doing a watch along, so I had expressions chat up while I was watching. They were calling him CR6, which I thought funny. Beautiful finish, though. Really, really nice finish. Richie hit the post. Van der Ven almost had a nice header, and then Romero almost too. I'd say the thing I'm most disappointed with today is that how did we give Semenyo that much space on the edge of the box? He gonna knock that home every time, especially against Vicario. I used to be a defender of Vic. He's good at reaction saves when you don't think about it, but he's bad at pretty much everything else. And that was it was a really nice finish by Semenyo, but it seems like there was enough people in front of him where I don't think he was given too much respect to the near post there, in my opinion. But it doesn't mean necessarily that another goalkeeper would have saved it. It's just I'm pretty sure I don't think Vic had any saves today. 3 goals, 0 saves. Let's see. I got stats over here. Yeah, 0 saves, 3 goals. That's not good. That's not good. But man, I'm so the one positive that I'm not letting the result make me forget or overlook is how good Tell looked today. How good Tell looked today on the left. Man, I'm happy for him. I'm happy. He better get a run of games starting on the left from here on out. He I don't think he has the best rating, but in my opinion, he was our best player on the pitch today. I think, yeah, Paulina and Romero both have slightly, I think they're 8-4, 8-2, but Tell. And that goal, clinical finish. I'm a big Tell supporter. If you watched any videos, you know that. So maybe I'm biased, but I thought he looked great. All of his corner kicks are good deliveries, and we had chances off of them. So, yeah, I thought that was a bright spot. He looks confident, too, which is good. We need him full confidence. Yeah, him being full of confidence, consistently taking on his man, linking up play. Well, don't get me wrong. He had like a couple overhit passes, a couple things, but overall, I thought he was our most quality player on the pitch today. And effort wise too. But I thought Javi was good too. Not as good as Talbot. Just today, today. It's just allowing Semenyo that much space on his last game in a moment like that is just shambolic.
It's just shambolic.
That's the biggest issue I have. The pen, I don't think there's enough there to overturn it. I don't know necessarily if it's a pen. They kept showing like when he ran in to the man, but I think he got fouled on the initial challenge. I think he got clipped from behind, but the angle they were showing us was also after it happened, but it wasn't like you couldn't see the aftermath. I think that's why he ended up running in to the other guy. I'll have to see more angles of it. They didn't show it a bunch of times, but if there was an argument, that would be my argument. And it's just how many times does decisions have to go against Spurs before? And I'm not even claiming huge corruption or anything like that. It's just everyone just feels like they can take the piss out of Tottenham because that's been the culture for so long. And the club never formally complains about decisions. Every other club does. There's clubs that complain about decisions in games they weren't a part of. We can't even, it's just more about consistency. I know if that's called against us, they're not sending him to the video to look at it. They go, it's close, but it's a judgment call. But with us, it's usually the other way. It's usually not called a pen, and then it's called a pen against us. after they go to the screen. But yeah, I don't think we can blame the loss of the game on that. I think we probably deserved a draw, which is what I had predicted. I predicted 2-2. At the beginning of the game, it looked like it was going to be way more than that. A lot of goals early. Yeah, that the other disappointing thing is going down after going up 1-0, just going down 2-1 that quick. It's like we've done that so many times this year. Maybe not that quick, but just we're bad at building off momentum that we've created from early goals in games when we've gotten them. With the exception of Colo today and maybe Poro at some times, which I think I've said it in a video before. I've definitely said it in a bunch of the chats. Poro has started 71 out of 79 total comps for Spurs. That's not including Spain, just Spurs all comp since the beginning of the 24-25 season. That is, he's been way overplayed. I think it's affecting his passing. I think he needs more regular rotation for a little spell. Also, so we prevent him from getting a huge injury, because I feel like I don't even think Decky had that long of a run, but when he was being overplayed and you could see it coming, just happened with Kudus too. But yeah, I'd have to look up other people's stats to see if there's many other players who 71 out of 79. And it's like, that's just starting. He probably made appearances in a decent amount of those 8. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
He wasn't overall, it's Semenyo. Of course you're going to get cooked. That's Semenyo going to cook good defensive right backs. But what worries me more is his passing. And that's with like legs, that's tired to me, Because we know he's a quality passer. We've seen it with our eyes. And every once in a while, he still has a good one. But I think that's affecting. I think we got to rotate Davies in there more, which I'm sure he will. Especially Davies played good this weekend. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm depressed. I can't believe we gave Bournemouth Dr. Tottenham. I said, look at the thumbnail. Last video, Dr. Tottenham, question mark. It's just, we always do it. But as much as I don't like Frank, I don't think today's necessarily on him. I know a lot of people. Today was one of those days where like the performance was better than the result. It's not like it's not like acceptable, the form we're on, but I thought there was a lot more positives in today's performance than in the Crystal Palace win. So I know that sounds crazy, but if you watched both of the games, then we looked way better today. And I'm glad that Frank didn't just have us completely sit back, but I was disappointed that we weren't pressing harder, which is what I said I wanted us to do. And I think we look best when we do that. I don't think Bournemouth looked like incredible today by any means, but they looked threatening every time going forward. Our passing, we had some bad passing. Oh, Odebear. Odebear looked good when he came on again, taking on his man. Maybe some bad passing here or there. Spence had a couple real bad passes today. I'm a big I'm a big Spence fan, so not hating, but it like in transition turnovers that ended up costing us. Yeah, at the end it just it felt like we were gonna get the third goal for a good chunk there, but like once it was we started approaching extra time, it just the momentum started changing. And there's like little things where like someone could have played a pass, but they put it out for a throw for them. And it's just like little things like that that kept building up that we do all the time where it's like, see the game out. Don't like, I feel like sometimes when you're just trying to not let them score, it like sometimes the best way to not let them score is to have the ball yourself instead of just lumping it. Like just a little controlled possession to kill the game off. To be fair, we're going forward still, but it was just like I guess it's being extra cautious sometimes can cost you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. And I don't know if that's from Frank or if that's just like, nerves and individual players when, you know, or something they were like taught that at one point in their career. Oh, I did see this stat 16 shots, which is, I feel like that's way more than we've been having, but only 4 on target. And I know it's like Richie's that hit the post, that don't count. The one that Romero just barely put over the top bar, that don't count. So they can be deceiving, but that seemed low. I want at least like 7 on target out of there at the least. But that being said, Bournemouth only had 11 shots and only 3 on target, but all 3 of them went in the back of the Vic. If there's any like replacing Vicario might be more important than replacing Frank, in my opinion, at the moment. I don't think Kinski ready. Honestly, I think Kinski needs like a loan to like a lower level uh prem club just to get experience, you know? Yeah. It's depressing. It's a depressing day. It's a depressing day. Dr. Tottenham came back. Yeah, but Semenyo sending off like that, last game, it was written. See it coming a mile away. Oh, injuries. I think Benzoncourt and Bergvall now, which that's not good. That's not good at all. Bergvall looked like it was like his hammy pulled up, non-contact, instant. Oh man, forgot about that till right now. Oh, and then yeah, Benzinger. Here's the thing: I don't have, with the exception of Colo, and like I said, just some of our passing. I I thought Romero had a good. He had one really bad pass, but other than that, I thought Romero had a good game. There was a point at the end there where like he made a block and then like another hard challenge, but fair. Got the ball back and got us pushing up the pitch, and it's like he when he played like that, he one of the best defenders in the world, and he had a couple good blocks in the box in extra time before they got it the third. And I watched it. Like they showed Semenyo's goal, a bunch at the end. Richie like almost got there, but it's like someone got to be stepping up in front, and that's tactics. Yeah, yeah. So Unfortunately, Colo looked uninterested to be a Tottenham player, which is stinks. We need Decky back, but it's not gonna be soon enough. I don't have any hope that we sign anybody before the next game. I hope they prove us wrong, but at the moment, I don't have too much hope for that. But even though I'm mad, depressed, want to crash out,
Want crash out? Want crash out?
want to, nerf blicky, lose kids. Give me all the money or sell the club. You know what I'm saying? Not me, but like legitimately, I think if you put Sim from We Are Tottenham TV and Sean Butler from Spurs talk show in charge of transfers and recruiting, they would do a better job than what we've got going on right now, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Call me crazy, but I've seen them suggest so many people that we've passed on that became ballish. That's all I'm saying. And I think shout out to them. I'm not trying to glaze too hard, pause.
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 But I think it just more reflects how bad we are in transfer windows. It's terrible. Yeah, hopefully we get a signing before the next game. Hopefully Benson Core's injury isn't too serious. Bergvall looked like that looked painful. He looked in pain. Hopefully Tell builds off this. Xavi back, positive, got an assist. Yeah, the result hurts the soul.
Hurts the soul.
Hurts the soul.
Tottenham, they steal souls. It's what they do. But I think it was actually one of our more positive performances. And I think we probably deserved a draw, even though we didn't get one. Just from, I think it was a pretty even game. Both teams going for it. Yeah, just two teams on terrible form, and Dr. Tottenham paid a visit to Bournemouth like we predicted, unfortunately. I gotta go. I'm gonna go catch up on the other games. See what was going on. I know Leeds, Newcastle was tied 2-2 when I started shooting this. So I'm gonna go watch the highlights, and you'll catch me back on the next, probably it'll either be a transfer video talking about transfers or the next prime predictions. So I'm sorry. I know everybody feel just as bad as me. Once I heard Semenyo was staying, I was like, they're gonna. I even said it in the video. I said I would change my prediction to 3-2 Bournemouth, and then 1-2 Spurs if he was gone. But since he was playing and he knows it's the last game, I said I'd change it to 3-2, but we don't do that. We stick with the original. So I don't get credit for that. So I guess what I'm saying is I saw this coming. So after we went up 1-0 though, I had a lot of hope. I went, Tell came to play today. And it was off his Xavi's assist. I was pumped. Those are two players I like a lot, and I want to see them succeed at the club. But even though the result was poor, depressing, I think once some people, maybe tomorrow, when they reflect on it, it was one of our better performances in a long time. So I guess that has a lot to say where we're at right now. But anyway, come on, you Spurs. Everybody do something and try to cheer yourself up. Go door to door with the Nerf Blicky. Go find an Arsenal fan. Slash their tires. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do it though.
Don't do it though.
Don't do it though.
Because they'll find this. They'll find this, and I'll go, oh, it was clearly comedy. It was a comedy thing I said. They go, this is England. That would be 25 years to life for having an opinion online. Anyway, I can say that because I have freedom of speech where I'm at. Kind of.
Kind of.
They're trying to take it away. Anyway, come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. Lewis kids, get me a shooter. I'm going to keep saying it. Put the money in the bag. We need a shooter. We gotta get Mikey Moore to do a collab with Michael Kors. I know you got those fresh Louis V's. I want those. Everybody like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see me have the nice Louis V's like Mikey Moore, I know you want that. I know you want that from me. Wouldn't you love that from me? Look at this. These are my black suede Air Jordan 1s. I counteract the depression that Tottenham gives me in the up and down rides by like having things that I like that I can look at that are material to distract me for a second. And that may not be the best way to deal with it, but it's better than other vices. Anyway, kids, stay in school. Don't run around with the Nerf blickies trying to get the cash. Go study, get the cash. Or start putting on a show. But no, stay in school. Anyway, shout out Matthias Tau. Okay, here we go. Boom. I made that after he missed the pen against PSG. That's how long I've liked Tell since day one. He got good energy. You can tell when someone, a good, kind-hearted person, he seemed like a genuine dude, and I'm excited with his performance today. I'm excited to see him thrive if he's given the chance. Let's go. Try take the positives today. If it was a bad performance, I'd be crashing out right now. I get more than the Nerf blicky.
I get more than the Nerf blicky.
I get more than the Nerf blicky.
But anyway, come on, you Spurs. Put money in the bag. Put it in the bag, Lewis kids. Just kidding. Lewis kids, I'd love to come to the stadium. I'm very excited. I'm not a violent person. Unless you need me to be a violent person, Lewis kids, and then you get me a shooter, I'll get you a shooter. Just kidding. Anyway, come on, you Spurs. What do they call me?
Gareth.
Bales.
What do they call me?
Barry.
Kane.
Woo. Kids, don't do drugs.
Get money.
Get money.
Take care of your fam. Take care of your mom. What do they call me?
Gareth.
Bales.
What do they call me?
Barry.
Kane.